I can bet on the fact that you're not even going to watch this video for more than 30 seconds. And no, it's not because your attention span is too low. It's simply because your brain has consumed so much content and you are so biased towards what is going to entertain you, what is going to benefit you, that you're going to click off this video in no time. But, anyways, moving on, if you've stayed till here, there's this book called Thinking Fast and Slow. I haven't read it yet, I want to read it, but I came across someone talking about it today and it generated a chain of thought which I thought I would share it with you guys today. And basically, what is happening to me currently is that uh, I have been consuming a lot of content, and like, so to speak, for myself as well as the people around me, I see everybody just trying to optimize themselves by just getting to know new things, trying to understand the way things work, trying to just optimize their daily routines, optimize the way they work, the way they function. And I feel like that's a really good thing to do. But you know what's happening in the whole process of doing that is that your main working memory is being so affected. Like, just imagine consuming so much content that when you are working towards a particular goal and trying to optimize that, like, your brain is being occupied by all of the background research that you're doing. And when you're coming down to doing that work, you're it's just exhausted. Like, you are just exhausted. That's what I'm currently facing, because, like, say I have something to do and I'm doing like a full background research run, everything. I'm consuming so much content. I'm reading this article, I'm watching this YouTube video, I'm scrolling through a few reels to understand that better. But when I'm coming down to doing that, I'm just like, what again? Like, I understood all this, but I'm not able to apply it. And that is what is the problem with our generation currently. That reminds me of a quote which goes like, all of humanity's problems arise from a man's inability to sit quietly in a room. Which makes so much sense, because you know what I used to think before? If I was put into a room, given nothing and just me and my thoughts, it would actually be so easy, because I was like, oh, I'll just sit down and like start thinking about random things and maybe sleep if I get bored. But that is not the point. The point is for you to sit and to absolutely not have any thoughts. There's this practice, it's not necessarily meditation, it's a form of meditation where you sit down and you don't focus on your breathing, but what you focus on is to not let any thought come into your brain. Like, all you have to do is not let any, like, not even let a single thought come into your brain. And that is one of the most hardest thing to do. Like, believe me, um my dad has been practicing it for years now and it's still so hard for him. I tried practicing it like one day, didn't work, and I still try to do it sometimes, but it absolutely doesn't. And it's so fascinating to think about how our human brain is so capable of just bombarding with so many thoughts, with so many situations, possibilities, scenarios. And when you don't take control of those scenarios, situations, and those mini voices inside of your brain, it becomes very hard to do the things that you intend to. Like, even recently, I've been noticing that my working power or my working memory has gone down by a lot. Like, I remember like 2 3 years back, if I was sitting and doing some work, I would actually give my 100%. But you know what's happening nowadays? I'm like sitting and I'm trying to work, but then something or the other just comes up, and I'm like, oh, all right, I just can't focus anymore. I need a break. And then I go for a break, then I come back, and then I sit for another 15 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I need another break. And that has been happening so frequently that I was like, there is something wrong with me. Like, there is something that's not going the right way. And for me, I've realized that it's consuming content, like consuming so much content that it overstimulates my brain and it doesn't let me focus on the things that I want to focus on. So, at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is to sit and focus on what is making you lose focus. Okay, that sounded weird, but I hope it makes some sense because I mean, for me currently that's the problem. For you it might be something else, but we just have to collectively figure out what is going wrong with us, cuz you can't let your most optimized self perform in a less optimized way just because you have other background things going on in your mind. Also, another thing I want to put across is to stop overstimulating your brain so much. Like, I know it's very easy for me to sit on the other side of the camera and to just tell you this, but I want to tell it to my future self as well, and to everybody listening to this as well, that look, we are designed to function in a certain way, and I think we are trying to overcome that and trying new ways to like make ourselves work a certain way, which is not going to happen. You need to like take care of all factors and not just like overwork just to get the most productive outcome. You can't tackle the system, you can't tackle your body, you can't tell your body what to do. I think for most of what I did was, in order to think that I was being productive, I would not sleep. I would just skip on my nutrition. I would not pay attention to it. And that led to not very beautiful places. So, all I'm trying to say is that this is a human body and you need to respect it, and you need to focus on the things which optimize you physically as well as mentally. Just stop thinking so much about every single thing. Like, just stop stimulating your brain to the point where you like cannot even make the tiniest of tiniest decisions. Like, oh, decision fatigue, that's another big thing that I have to talk about. Just stop letting your brain become foggy in like so many situations. Try to control your overflow of emotions, overflow of thoughts, and just write it somewhere or record it. Like, that's why I do this, because when I have like a outburst of thoughts, I just like to come and process it and like put it across by talking to a camera or just by talking, because that is my way of expressing what I'm feeling right now. It can be anything for you. You can either write it down, you can record it, you can just talk it out to somebody else, you can tell it to somebody else, or you can just plain talk to yourself. You need to find a way to channel your inner outbursts that you have. You can find any way to do that. So yeah, it's not your attention span's problem. You should understand, when you're saying that heavy word attention span, what goes behind it. Why is your attention span less? It's because you are consuming content which you don't even know if it's going to like benefit you or not. And even if it is, you're just consuming it. You're not using it. You're not doing anything to make use of it. So at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is that know what you're doing, be conscious of what is going on in your brain, and find a way to control it. That's all for this video. Have a good one.